Welcome to Blogify Your Business Now, a complete training program designed to increase your rankings and your traffic in just a few short weeks. Hi, this is Sharon, your blog master, and in this lesson we're going to be talking about the dashboard or the panel, which is over here on the left. So you're going to get to know everything about what's on the panel. So this is the first area here on the dashboard, which you'll see it lists your post, your page, category, tags, comments that are approved, pending, and what WordPress believes are actually spam comments. And we'll talk about each of these a little bit later. Under post, you can see that the first post that comes with the blog itself is called Hello World. So we're going to edit that, and we're going to change this to welcome to my blog. And I believe, just like in a newspaper, that it should be initial caps. We can come back later and add a post, but in the meantime, I want to add a new category, which will be right here. In the category I'm going to put here, it's neuro-emotional, which pertains to the blog information, and then I'm going to uncheck uncategorized. So that's what we're going to do here. And now if I wanted to add a new post, I would just click on that and it would give me a blank post. You can see the categories that we have so far. The two are neuro-emotional and uncategorized. And the tags that you're going to be adding in your post are keywords, and that's how the search engines find your post based on the keywords that you use. And so if I'm writing about neuro-emotional, one keyword might be emotional, and one might be like exposure to pain. So there's a lot of different keywords that we can come up with for every kind of post. But the more we use, the easier it is for search engines to match our post with the searches that people are using. Now, under the library area for media, we'll have video, audio, and pictures that will be listed here. So if we want to edit them or add some, we can actually add them all at once if we want. And the links pertain to the links that we have throughout the blog. And you can see so far there's a documentation link and plugins link. These are just saying on this one specific blog, these are the links that have been used so far. And under pages, this comes with default page, which is called sample page, and we're actually going to change that a little bit later. And under the comments, you can actually see after a while that there will be a lot of different comments that come in here. Now, when I first started my blogs, I loved having comments on them, but when I got up to 1 million ranking, which is 1/10 of 1% of all websites in the world, I started having 100 comments a day, which was just too much to deal with. So I found more software and more ways of being able to block the comments unless somebody actually registers with my blog so that they're able to use the comment capacity. Then we did the themes in the last lesson. There will be the widgets, which these are the things that happen on the foreground, the things like the search bar, listing your recent post, and we're talking about doing more of that in a later lessons. Menus. The idea is you can create a custom menu. So if you want to create something with specific words or specific styles, this is how you could do it, or even off of another website. You can change the background if you wanted to use a JPEG or a file that would repeat in the background. That's where you would do that. And this is the reason why I decided to leave the default theme, is because on 2010 I can change this to another JPEG, which will actually look to see how we're going to make that. And these are some of the other default ones. So if you wanted to actually just use a different one, and you would just click on that one just for the heck of it and save the changes. And you can see that it's fairly responsive. So when I hit refresh, you can see there is the new theme that came right out of the 2010 basic setups. The editor, unless you know HTML, don't even bother going here. If there are things that you do want to change in HTML, we are going to be talking about areas that you can go to get things done for next to nothing. The plugins are the things that actually work in the background, and this actually comes with 2 plugins already on it. Akismet, which is the software that helps block a lot of the spam. It's about 90% accurate. And then Hello Dolly is written by the founder, Matt Wollenweg, and he will actually have a message posted to your blog if you want, and it's just a quote or a quick saying or something, and it's just like information being put on your blog every day. Some people use it. I never have, because it really doesn't pertain to my blog titles. And users, if you are going to be doing guest bloggers, this is where you would add their information so that you could have specific users log in with their password, their email, so other people couldn't edit somebody else's posting. And then under tools, you'll see after we install a lot of different plugins, there'll be more tools listed here. And under the settings, and we're going to go ahead and change some of these settings. Under the general setting, you see this is where the nesting comes from, so we're going to delete that. And this time zone, I'm in the Pacific Standard Time, which is -8, so I'm going to select that, and that way my postings show up accurately. And scroll down to the bottom of the page and click on the Save Changes. And as soon as it's done that, we'll go over here and see this word nesting. That will actually go away. Sometimes it takes a couple of minutes for that to propagate. And under writing, what I'm going to do, why I changed that category, is so that I can select that the default category is going to be neuro-emotional. So that will always be what is selected automatically, and scroll down and save those changes. And under reading, I'm not crazy about having 10 posts on a page. I don't like people having to go too far to the bottom, so I change both the blog per page and the syndication feeds, and then I save that information. And under discussions, this is where I change this. So I'm going to change this for mine now. So if I allow people to post comments, that's how I end up with 100 comments. Most of them are spam. And then I select this, and its users must be registered and logged in to leave a comment. And I found that that has really eliminated about 99% of all of the spam that has used to come into my different blogs. Now, this is an area where you can actually blacklist words or users or even websites. So this is a great area to know. Under discussions, this is how you would keep specific people, because there's a lot of people who do porn, and when they find a blog that has a high ranking, they're constantly leaving their information on your blog so that they can what I call drafting. If you've ever been behind a semi truck and you realize that you're getting better gas mileage because you're drafting off of the wind that they create, that tunnel that actually picks you up and gives you better gas mileage. That's what I call drafting on blogs, that you can use other people's ranking to get more rankings for yourself. And then the last thing that we're going to change here is we're going to actually have the month and the name of the blog post. So as we write different blog titles, that's what will appear in the blog posting area. And the reason you do that is so that the word shows up to be like an additional tag and helps you with the search engines. So that is your dashboard, and we'll come back later and do some more input on each of the individual areas. Please visit www.blogifyyourbusinessnow.com to receive your free copy of the ebook, The Top 10 Techniques to Increase Your Rankings and Your Traffic.